I'm how you doing? I'm Eric Crawford. I don't know. I do want to introduce myself, but I do have to say and acknowledge that I don't know why, but this is very emotional for me. Just thinking with thinking about your question, um, because I don't know. It's tough. Well, first I'm a second year student at in the counseling psychology program at UW Madison. That's whatever it is. I think the most important role though I have right now is as a father and a husband. And so I'm trying to think of really how to answer this question. I am for when me and my now wife got together, she already had a child. So, I've had an experience. I met my now, stepdaughter when she was about 5, maybe even 4. Sometimes it's hard. But her and my wife didn't start dating until she was 6. And the question of when did I realize I was a father it's tough because there are so many moments, right, where I remember I was young and dating her mom. We had a very clear conversation about my views on dating women with children and how serious I took it and still would take it even to this day just because of my own upbringing. Being raised by a single mother who was dating at times. And so I told her, it was a role I took serious or something I took serious. And I said, once we are together and make this official, we have to do what we can to make this work. Cause I don't want to come into someone's life and leave, especially the life of a child and leave just cause I know, how that impacts children. And so interestingly, like, I don't know, early on, I will say, I think I had the idea that I was a father or I was stepping into this father role, but it didn't hit me until there's actually probably 2 moments. When I was up at 3:00 cleaning up throw up and having to go to the emergency room. And then something similar to what Cornelia said. I think it was the first time, I want to say my stepdaughter was 9. When she was crying. I don't even want to. I'm gonna say it anyway. She was crying about failed some disappointment around her biological father. He had made a promise that he just didn't keep, and I think it was in that moment that I realized that okay, I'm here too. And there were some ways in which I wasn't being as intentional just because of some relationship, I think, constraints with her mom. Even though we were dating, I think there was just ways in which I think she was even hesitant about me really just being I think I would say the nurturing person who that I wanted to be. And then in that moment when my daughter was crying, I said, I don't care. I'm just going to give her all of me, if you will. And because I wanted to protect her too. It hurt me to see her crying over a man, I will say. I mean, I understand that man was her biological dad, but just the fact that she was crying over a man for me was just sent a strong, it did something to me. And we had a really good conversation. I think it was I don't know, I just really sat with her. And and it was in that moment I realized my role here is just not to be your mother's partner and supportive of your mother. I have to support you too in this real and I don't know, intimate way. Yeah, I think it wasn't into that moment because of just the messages. Her family, my wife's family, been really traditional. Just these messages coming from people. When you hear like people, ask this question when you're a stepfather or a step-parent sometimes about like wait till you have your own child and things like they say things like this, and I had to stop people from saying that, one, in front of my stepdaughter, because I think that's just disrespectful. And 2, well, it's disrespectful to her and also disrespectful to the thing to me in my position and the relationship that we're trying to develop. I can go in on that, but I will say that was the first moment. She was crying. She was 9, and she was crying about just some disappointment around her dad. And yeah, we definitely had some ups and downs in our own relationship that it was just constantly confirmed for me. Yeah, I'm your daddy. I'm your father in terms of just because it ain't no way I'd be pulling up with this, but
So